Good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode lucky 13 of the Daily Dose. It's good to see you all on the inner play. I was thinking just now about, we've been talking about fear and separation and how fear can hold us back from expanding into more love or generosity or compassion or kindness. And we've been, we've looked at how we looked yesterday at how the false mother that of consumerism that took the place of the genuine divine mother over a long period of time, but hundreds of years of outsourcing for that nurturing and that strength and protection that strong, really good, vital mother brings. So we've talked about that. And I wanted to talk today a little bit about the opportunity that arises out of having mass fear around us and mass anxiety. Please no. So, and the opportunity is this. It's not only the opportunity to expand in love and help the whole world, but what the mass consciousness, that pressure of mass fear, does for us in another way is it presses on our own fears, our own insecurities. And this is a bloody golden opportunity, guys, because you might have your fears or your insecurities might be vague in many ways, and you might not have really felt them rise up. Some you definitely would have to work on. But I feel like what happens in this situation is not only what's going on in the big picture, but how it affects our smaller picture. And when I say smaller picture, I mean the individual journey in life. So, this is an ideal opportunity, really, to notice what fears are highlighted for you. To notice where there might be holes in your personal security consciousness and experience, and also to notice where it is you might go into separation, where you might pull away from a situation rather than pull in and blaze love into it. So is that why people are exploding all over the place and super sensitive? Most likely. Thanks for that question, Sandhya. It is most likely that's why, because it's not just the whole picture we're dealing with, it's our own stuff that the whole picture is pressing on. So the things that cause us to pull away rather than to merge in or cleave into oneness, the things that work as that shake our security, and the things that cause us to fear and have anxiety will be highlighted in our lives right now. So some might go, oh great, yet another thing to deal with. But another way of looking at that might be, oh great, here's an opportunity to clear out some personal stuff that I might not have even been fully aware of, or I might not have been aware of the nuances of, except for this extra pressing on me, or on us, whatever it is. So how about today we do a bit of clearing around our own personal stuff, but here's the invitation to still do it in unity with the whole group, like really being open and allowing the combined power of this group and everyone who's doing this meditation, whether they're doing it right now live with us or doing it later, doesn't really matter, because where we meet to do this is not locked by time and space, where we do the real work. I'm here at 11 a.m. in Sydney, or Newcastle really, Australia, is just one part of the picture. Where we go when we start to do our breathing and do our energetic work and meditation work isn't the physical. So people who join on and do it later on are still in the whole group kind of energy. Yeah, so I thought we might take this opportunity today, or take an opportunity today. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the last opportunity to do it, but I thought we might take the opportunity today to use the group energy to help release some of our own fears or our own insecurities, or our own habit of pulling away or isolating or pushing someone else away when it's uncomfortable or difficult. So, how's that sound? Ready to giddy up? Happy April, Jenny Casey. It's already April here. It was April yesterday here, darling, but it's good to have you here for April. It's good that the Northern Hemisphere is caught up with us and it's now in April as well. Alrighty. I kind of love that. Sometimes I want to call my friends in America and go, guess what happens the day before you're at now? Anyway. So, yeah, let's get going. I'd like you to just consider for a moment what makes you feel insecure. And it might be that you're out of work right now, you don't have an income. And perhaps I'm going to suggest to you that insecurity was already there before this happened, and that it's amplified somewhat now because of the mass fear around that. You might have a fear or an insecurity around belonging. You might have insecurity around support. A home. You might feel insecure around having a home above your head, a roof above your head. You might feel insecure around other people because you think you're not good enough. Whatever it is, I'd like to invite you to let that arise within you today for specific work. And I'll keep talking through the meditation just to bring your awareness to that. And I'll keep reminding you that, every breath in you do isn't just your individual energy breathing in. The power of the whole group, and me with it, and all that I bring, is at your disposal. So it's like 100 individuals, or more than 100, will be breathing in and breathing out through the problem. So you'll get lots of assistance from the whole group today. And the more you can surrender to the energy, the more it's going to clear. So assume the position. And the position is make yourself comfortable. No, don't put your hands behind your back or raise them in the air. So assume the position, and as we always do, close your eyes and settle into the out breath. That's it. And I'll also keep reminding you that you can, if you want, slip into, oh God, it's even harder to do this now, the whole world's in fear. Or you can step up into a greater, more empowering truth, which is great. I can use this energy to really shift some personal stuff. And that's going to help me be even stronger in bringing more love and compassion to the world. Okay, so breathing out, settling down into your hips, your shoulders relaxing, the room around you or the building around you disappearing into light. And there we are, all sitting together wherever you are. And I can, having been practicing this for 20 years, but also really intensely with you guys for the last couple of weeks, I can feel that happen. I can actually feel me arrive wherever you are. And I can feel the rest of the group arrive wherever you are. No matter whose name I turn my awareness to on the who's joined in, I feel myself and everyone else arrive at your place when the buildings all disappear into light. So connect, and it's a great joy for me to be with you wherever you are. and to have you with me. So just let's breathe with the trees that are around us, in the buildings around us right now. And whether there's a night sky above you or a day sky above you, just connecting with that, observing it, thinking how beautiful it is, whatever kind of sky is above you. It's beautiful to have a sky above. That's it. With all the nature around you, the trees, the greenery, the plants. Letting go of all the discussion we had just a moment ago, just for a moment. We'll come back to it. And for now, just really relaxing into your breath, connecting with the trees, being in oneness with all of us. We're all breathing together. That's it. And beginning to send love from the center of your heart to whatever you call the guiding principle that permeates all things. You might call it love. And we know it's there because the people who have left us in our lives are still in our hearts. Do you know what I mean? Even those people who've passed away in our lives live on in our hearts. Their essence is still contactable. And we think it's in our hearts, but it's actually through our hearts. And their essence is still alive and ongoing and always will be. So connecting with that principle, God, Goddess, Divine, Shiva, Durga, Isis, Osiris, Arianrod, Ceridwen, Morgan, or the Morrigan. That's it. And Pele, connect with as much mother energy as you can. And when I say mother energy, I'm going to describe the energy I mean. Abiding, never deserts you, protects you with every bit of her strength, is a lion in nature or a tiger, and so doesn't hesitate to give you a bit of a boof about the head if you're playing up, if you're one of the cubs and you're playing up. She will stand up for you toward any threat, and the love, the bond, literally flows through us like blood. It's part of our strength. That kind of mother. Breathe that. That's the way. I feel us all coming together. And we ask that that energy permeate everything around us, that the true and genuine mother live both within us, blaze through us, and be all around us. We call on the highest and eternal part of ourselves to be here, for us to be, our egoic vehicles to be awake to that part of self, the part that carries our essence and the divine within it, or the mother within it. We ask that Mother Earth, the consciousness of Mother Earth, be awake with us and alive all around us, and that the energy of plant, animal, mineral, mycelium, and all of the kingdoms be with us, as well as earth, water, fire, air, and ether. We ask that all of our angels, spiritual teachers, guides, and friends also be here. And that we be really, really open today for the transmuting of our own personal fears and insecurities as part of our contribution to the world. May every single bit of our own stuff that we clean up today, may it get cleaned up, not only within us, but in our bit of the world. And may each of us be our true, strong, freaking blazing, gorgeous, blinding light that we are, divine love that we are, and enduring strength that we are. Through divine grace, so be it. Yes, add your yes. I agree. Aho, amen, whatever it is. God, you're also strong on the inner plane today. Like, I can really feel you all here. And a great sense of joy is arising up in me that I feel the growing strength of all the people who are joining in. So, let that beautiful rainforest shower of electric violet fire pour down from above you, and letting the insecurities I was asking you to let arise for you, your own personal fears, your own personal insecurities, your own personal issues that cause you to push something away or pull away yourself from love and from each other. Let the fire come down and saturate every single one of us. Let it pour into the shoulders and into the heart, right down through the torso, through the legs, the arms, hands and feet. And may all of the negative thoughts, vibrations and energy, and all pockets of trapped emotion now be released from all of our bodies, minds and energy fields. In full faith, so be it. And take a deep breath in, and as you take a deep breath in, feel all the other people in the group doing it with you and lending you their energy. And as you breathe out through everywhere, feel yourself breathe out with the full energy of every person in the group. The reason we come together and the reason we're meant to be together is to help each other heal and transform. So pulling away isn't always the answer. Sometimes stepping away because it's self-protective is the answer. It's looking after and caring for the self. Sometimes loving people from a distance is the only way to love somebody because they're still learning how to be loved and how to love. But energetically, people are in our lives to help us heal. So let the violet flame saturate you again, letting all of your insecurity stuff come up. And through our combined intent and with the power of every person and being that we've called flowing through us, we now choose to dissolve and disintegrate all of the programs and all of the beliefs that would cause us to feel insecure or unsafe in any area of our life. We command this through our combined intent. So be it. And then imagine you can breathe in not only through the top of the head but in between the eyebrows where that star is. Breathe right in through top of head and between the eyebrows. Breathe out through the throat and the jaw and right down the body and out of the base of the spine. That's it. Let that keep happening. So breathing the fire in from above and the muscly energy of your will in between the eyebrows. Breathe out through the throat and the jaw, right down the spine and out of the back of the base of the spine. And so I'm just going to keep directing with releases the energy. I want you to keep breathing that way. So through our combined intent, may all of the evidence we've been gathering as to why we should feel insecure, may all of the loss of finance, loss of friendship, loss of tribe, loss of safety, may any loss that we've ever experienced that shook the ground beneath us, may that now be transmuted by the violet flame. So be it. And breathing in through the crown and in between the eyebrows, sending it right down the spine and out of the base of the spine and across the lower back and out of the hips. And then straight away as you did that, I became aware of one of those big sandstone-like blocks in the throat of fixed consciousness and a lot of energy wanting to say, yeah, but that's how it is. That's what I experience. And it's like, well, I'm going to say that in this case, the belief came before the experience. We just forgot when we started the belief. So just thinking, whenever this belief arose in me that I'm not safe or not secure, that my finances are insecure or my home is insecure, whenever that began, May the hot fire of the electric violet flame and the strength of our own will now disintegrate that block of consciousness down to grains of sand. And just breathing the fire in, it's going to get more intense, and you may even feel hot. Breathing in from above, doesn't matter if you don't. Lots of fire out through the throat, and see it in your mind's eye that this hot, fiery air is rapidly eroding this block, this sandstone block of I'm not safe, I'm not financially secure. If we dissolve these beliefs, then doorways will open. So for instance, if you've lost your income, if we really dissolve this belief, then the opportunities to make income will most likely arise for you. And they may not be your dream right now, but they'll arise. That's it. Fire in from above and out through the throat. That's it. Eroding away the sandstone. And just maybe thinking of times in your life when it felt like the ground went out from under your feet. It would be a very rare thing if no one in this group felt that. Or if there was a person who's never had that experience where the ground has gone out from under our feet. I could only attribute that to past life mastery and security. You know, whether it's been the death of somebody, a divorce, a violent situation, a sudden loss of income, or a sudden loss of home. Those times when everything goes into slow motion because the loss, whatever it is, has been so, it rends every part of you. So I'm right with you right now. You may feel emotion arising, and just let the fire come in from above, and just gently breathing out through the base of the spine, through that shock, through the memory that's still with you of the ground being pulled beneath your feet. That's it. And down here in the base of your spine is a piece of your consciousness that's not integrated properly into you. It's the part that was traumatized by this event or these events. The parts, if there's more than one event. And it's like they're hanging out of the base of your spine on strings, and that those strings go back to whatever time and place the trauma happened. So I'm going to get you to say this, repeat this bit after me, because it'll have even more power when you say it. So, knowing that you are a being of love, I'd like you to repeat this. I now call home all fragments of my consciousness from all of the traumas that have happened in my life, the deep losses, the painful wounds, and from all events where the ground opened up beneath my feet and I felt lost. I call home these pieces of myself into my heart to bathe in the love that resides here. And I want you to think about those parts of yourself whenever those events happened. And let those pieces of you walk out of the past and into your heart. And remember, for every one of us, we have the power of the whole group with us right now. And we have the love of the whole group. So let those pieces from your past walk straight into the heart center in the center of your chest. Let them walk into love, and let there be a huge bath. You might need a bathing pool. And let those fragments go right into a bath of love. And that there's things to dip into the love that's in your heart, because every one of you has a joyous, beautiful, massive, loving heart. Dip the dipper, let those fragments dip the dipper in and pour the love over their heads. And let the love pour down through them, saturating them. Saturating, saturating. That's it. Really letting the love pour through these fragments. And while that's happening, let's just call on the beings with the great swords, Archangel Michael and Mother Durga, Kali, Manjushri. I'm sure there's many more with swords in the pantheon of divine. And just decide now that you're going to release all of the cords of attachment to that event, to anyone involved, and to the pain and suffering and sense of loss. And trust me, you can't cut love. If there's people you love involved in these events, you can't cut love. It's there eternally. You're just cutting what ties you to the pain and suffering and stops you from lifting into more of the love. So take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let any cords that go to these events be cut. That's it. Another deep breath in. More cords being cut as you breathe out. It's like a sword runs down the front and the back of you. That's it. Some energy wants to pour out of the hips. And so as we breathe in from above, send the energy down and out of the hips. And we release all of the habit and the instinct to continue to just automatically feel the way we used to. That's it, letting that go. Very good. And we call back our sparkling, beautiful, luminescent energy, our spirit, from those events in the past. We call it back fully, completely, thoroughly now. And breathing in, pull the energy back to you. Pull the energy back to you with an in-breath. Hold the breath. And as you breathe out, let it run down inside you into the navel area. That's called Dantian or Hara. And it's like a storage, a power storage place. So pull in your power, pull in your spirit, pull it out of the past, back to here, and then pour it down inside you into the navel. Come back to those parts of you in your heart that are bathing in the love and feeling the wounds just transforming into love. And kind of smile at those pieces of you from your past in your heart. And what I'd like you to do is take a deep breath directly into the heart and hold it. Hold the breath, allowing the outline of all of those pieces to come right, or those fragments into the core. Let the outline disappear, and as you breathe out, let all of those fragments melt into you. That's good. That's good. And just say, I choose to absorb the program, that I am secure and safe, supported, steadfast, and strong. I am secure and safe, steadfast, strong, and supported. The whole of creation supports me. The whole of creation supports me. The whole of creation supports me. Breathe in and hold that in the base of the spine. Hold your breath with your awareness there. And do a really gentle, long, slow breath out so that affirmation stays in the base of your spine. That's it. That's the way. Get ready for the downpouring of light. Again, it's like the beautiful starry light that from yesterday, the hundreds of thousands of stars pouring down through us all. and lighting up the whole of us. Let that star that is between your eyebrows that I keep talking about, that starry energy, let it get stronger and stronger and stronger. And I want you to say this out loud. I'm so much more than I ever imagined. I am so much more than I ever imagined. I am so much more than I ever imagined. I'm made of love. I come from love. I'm love on legs. And I'm supported by love. So be it. So be it. So be it. Aho. Amen. Right on. That's it. I am love. I'm supported by love. I come from love. And just take a deep breath in. And breathing out through everywhere, and especially the back of the neck. That's it. Connecting all together, and imagine you look around wherever you are, looking around your yard, you're at all of us, and see everyone around you, everyone you're perceiving is filled with starry light, including yourself. You look down at yourself, it's like, oh, I'm all starry. You know why that is? Because you are. Because you are light, you are love, and you are power. So breathing the energy. And if you're feeling like the advanced class, send a great big thank you out to the situation right now, the climate right now of pandemic and fear and that kind of thing. Send gratitude out there, because you may not have done this work had we not all been in this situation. And I can tell you, you're better off with the work. That's it. Big breath in and expand. And we ask that humanity all lift through this, and that each of us resolving our old wounds, threats to security and other things, may that be a contribution to the uplifting of humanity. And may nothing ever be the same as it was again. May we become a humanity that is compassionate and loving all of the time, not just when we're under threat. May we be a humanity who is kind and who rejoices and celebrates diversity. May we be a humanity that looks after all of its vulnerable people and every part of itself. And may we also look after our home, beautiful Earth, and all parts of Earth. I ask this in full faith. In oneness with all of you, I ask this. So be it. Take a deep breath in, release upwards. Let that rise up to where it's going to be made manifest. Bring your awareness back into your body by doing the breathing that we started out with. Breathing out the love to everything, breathing in the response of love. And as you're doing that, let your kind of do a little wave to everyone that's with you right now, as your home or apartment or wherever you are right now recoalesces around you. And you bring your awareness back into your body, wriggling your fingers and toes, and opening your eyes. Hello. I hope you're all okay. Here come the love hearts. I think you're doing all right. I want to thank you for giving me that opportunity today to do some clearing of my own old fears or insecurities. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that I have all of your help to do that. And I really hope that you can feel the power of the group and all of that that the group brings helping you. I'll be back again, same time tomorrow, which is 11 a.m. Sydney time. I know I have a lot of people in America, so that's at the moment that's 8 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. in Mountain Time frame in the middle, and 5 p.m. on the Pacific West Coast of America. If you're in India, it's about 5.5 hours before this, about 4:30 in the morning, or anywhere else you are. Thank you for joining. Love you, love you, love you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Lots of love. Namaste.